So the police officer said, we caught the guy.
And the cops said, like, do you remember what the guy was wearing?
They bring him out of this like police SUV and they show him to us.
Shit, that's the guy. Like, I was like, you gotta stop him.
I was actually excited because I was like, that's the guy. Like, there's no mistaking it. I was incredibly certain. I was in Chicago for my friend Jesse's bachelor party.
I think we left the house probably like 9 o'clock at night, I would say.
So I'm just like not drinking like at all this entire night.
I was a bit drunk by this point. I mean, I'd been on a bachelor party for a long time.
We ended up at the end of the night at Nick's Beer Garden. And I go outside to smoke a cigarette and my brother's out there.
I heard some popping noises and I could see this kid holding a gun.
And then there's a guy kind of like, you know, maybe 10 feet, 12 feet away from me by a row of cars.
And I remember the first saw, I was like, oh man, this guy's shooting. Like, he's shooting up the block.
He's just kind of walking down the street, and I see this other guy come up and just shoot him right in the head.
The bouncer kind of grabbed me and a couple other people and just swept us back inside the bar.
I go over to the guy, and he's a young guy. And at this time, I was a high school teacher. And he was pretty much the age of the students that I taught at the time, which was really struck me. And I could tell he was deceased.
Everyone was excited, like there was a buzz, and it was kind of like a shooting just happened in Chicago, and I was here.
There was obviously nothing I could do, so I felt bad, and I just sort of like kneeled down, and I just sort of like sat next to the corpse for a while.
I don't think that really like occurred to anybody, that like somebody might have died or someone was hurt.
I think I remember putting my hand on his leg for some reason, because it kind of felt like the thing to do or something.
And there were people like, after a little bit, trying to get drinks. And the whole place reset to like just being a bar. It felt like fairly rapidly.
I was sitting there for about 2 or 3 minutes and it seemed like there was just nobody there.
It's just hard for me to perceive like how long it was because it was really late at night. You know, I'd been up drinking for a while and like I just don't remember that so well.
In the aftermath, when they were asking me and my brother about, you know, testifying and whatnot, they didn't seem to care whether it was me or my brother. I mean, I was standing right there. I saw the entire thing, but I lived in D.C. They seemed perfectly okay to be like, well, this guy lives in Chicago. He lives right down the block. Yeah, this guy's worth just as good as yours.
The way I see it, I'm not sure, like, it did happen all the way that way.
As I remember it, as a function of memory, I'm very certain of what I saw. And I don't think my brother recalls it that way.